Imagine accessing Sonarr, Radarr, Lidarr, Prowlarr, or even Bazarr securely from anywhere, without port forwarding, without reverse proxies, and without running a separate tailscale. Well, now you can. Today, we're installing TSDProxy on Unraid, and I'm going to show you exactly how to connect your entire Arr stack to Tailscale the easy way. Hey everyone, I'm Jeff from AlienTech42, and today we're simplifying remote access for one of the most popular home lab setups out there, the Arr automation stack. If you use Sonarr, Radarr, Lidarr, Prowlarr, or Bazarr, or anything in between, this video is going to make your life a lot easier. First, what does TSDProxy actually do? Here's the quick version. The Arr stack normally runs as a bunch of Docker containers, all with different ports, different web UIs, and different network needs. TSDProxy takes all of those services and gives each one its very own Tailscale identity, its own private HTTPS URL, and secure access from anywhere, all without opening any ports on your router or configuring Nginx reverse proxy. So instead of fighting with the ports for Radarr 7878 or Sonarr 8989 or Prowlarr's 9696, you can get clean URLs like https://sonar. Whatever your Tailscale ID is. That's what we're setting up today. Before we get started, we're going to need to check and see which network our Arr stack is using. So run your Unraid server, jump over to the Dockers tab. We'll find our list of Arrs. I have folder view installed, so mine's all under folders. Mine's currently under media automation. If you don't have folder view set up, it's not needed. It just makes the interface look a little bit cleaner. I'll leave a link to my video on it in the description below. Whether you have yours in a folder or not, let's find them. And you'll see mine under the network heading is on the Alien Proxy network. Sonarr, Radarr, Lidarr, Radarr, Speakarr, all of those are using the same network. So that's the network we're going to need when we set up the TSDProxy. Just keep that network in mind, and let's move on. All right, now let's go install TSDProxy from the Unraid App Store. Up at the top, I'm going to click on Apps. Over in the top left, I'll click in the search box, and I'm going to type in TSDProxy. We'll search for that item, and there it is. Once you find it, go ahead and click Install. If you get the attention window coming up like I have, that means that you've got a port that's in use. We'll address that in a moment. So for now, just go ahead and hit OK. All right, here we are inside of the container settings. First thing we're going to need to do is to set the network type. Here it's set to bridge. I'm going to change it to the same network that my Arr containers are using, which in my case is Alien Proxy. So just go ahead and set your network to whatever your containers are using. All right, let's scroll down a little bit. Next, we've got config and data. Both of those are fine and defaults. We'll leave those alone. Next option down is dashboard. This is the port number for the dashboard. It's currently set to 8080. I did get an alert that the port was in use. If you didn't get that warning, then you're good to go. If you did get that warning, then let's go address that now. Down below, I'm going to click on Show Docker Allocations, and that'll show me all of the Docker allocated ports in the server. I'm going to double click on the port number 8080 to highlight it. Hit Control F on the keyboard, does the find feature within the browser, shows me 3 results up here. 1, 2, and the third one is in use by the binhex qubit torrent VPN. So that's in use by another container. We can't use it. We need to change something else. Port 8080 is a very common requested one. And I know I've got 8081, 8082, 83, 84 all in use. Right there is 84 is in use right there. So I'm going to just go way out of there and just add a 1 in front of it and make it 108080. Like so. Once again, I'm going to double click on it, hit Control F. It shows me one result, which is right here. So that port is free to use. At this point, we're pretty much done here. So you can hide your Docker allocations and then click Apply to finish the installation. And then we'll click Done. And now TSDProxy should appear on your Docker tab. Now, if we head over to our Docker tab, you'll see TSDProxy has shown up there, right there on top. Before we go any further, I want to give a quick shout out to the VPN I personally use for privacy and torrenting, Private Internet Access, or PIA. If you run the Arr stack, especially with download clients like Qubit Torrent or Deluge, you should absolutely be using a VPN that supports port forwarding, doesn't throttle torrent traffic, works perfectly inside of Unraid containers, and keeps 0 logs. PIA checks all of those boxes. Plus, it works flawlessly alongside TSDProxy and Tailscale. If you want to support the channel and grab a discount at the same time, you can use my link. It's down in the description. It gets you a great deal and lets me keep making tutorials like this. Now let's go install the Label Manager plugin. This gives us a clean GUI for enabling TSDProxy on each container without messing around with manual labels. Label Manager is not 100% needed, but it does make the configuration process a lot easier. Let's jump back to our Apps tab and search for Label Manager. And there it is in our list. Once you find it, go ahead and click install. And done. It's super easy. Okay, now we get to enable TSDProxy for the Arr containers. Let's jump over to settings. Down in the bottom, under user utilities, we're gonna look for label manager, which is right here for me. Go ahead and click on that. Here you'll see a list of all of your Docker containers. Let's start with Sonarr. In the top left, you'll find a search box up here underneath the word container. Go ahead and type in Sonarr. It filters it out. Once you find Sonarr, over on the right-hand side, we'll click on edit. There's not a whole lot to configure here. What we're looking to do is to set enabled to yes. So find enabled in the center, drop down, select yes, and then click apply. So what's happening behind the scenes? Label Manager adds the following labels to Sonarr's configuration table. TSDProxy.enable equals true, and TSDProxy.ephemeral equals false. Then Unraid restarts Sonarr with those labels attached. Now let's go repeat the same process for the rest of the Arr containers. Radarr, Lidarr, Prowlarr, Bazarr, Radarr, whatever you got. So we'll hit the back button, go back up to the search box, and let's type in Radarr. Find it there, edit, drop down, select yes, apply, go back, and Lidarr is next. Search for that, drop down, yes, apply. You got the idea. Once you've got all the labels applied, let's move on. Now we will need to log each Arr app into Tailscale. This is a one-time deal. Let's head over to our Docker tab again. We'll find TSDProxy in the list. We'll click on its icon, drop down, and select Web UI. And you'll see on your screen all of the Arrs that you have enabled the TDS proxy on. Right now, they all say authenticating. We need to tie that in to the actual Tailscale account. I've been using Sonarr as my main example, so let's start with Sonarr. We'll click anywhere on the Sonarr option over here. The words, the icon, authenticating, doesn't matter. It's all one big button. This will take you over to your Tailscale account. It's going to want you to log in with your credentials. Give me a moment and let me log in. Once you've signed in, it'll ask if you want to connect your device. Simply click connect. Login successful. My Nginx Sonarr container is now logged into my account. And there it is right here. Notice over here it says connected with a little green dot. If yours doesn't have that green dot, then you're going to need to go enable HTTPS certificates. Let me show you how to do that. I'm going to scroll up to the top. We'll go to DNS. Then we're going to scroll down and find HTTPS certificates, which should be at the very bottom. If yours says enable HTTPS, go ahead and click on that button. It's going to come up with a little pop-up asking if you want to enable it. You do want to enable it. Go ahead and hit enable. Give it a moment. It'll enable it. Then you go back to the top, go back over to your machines. Now, if you look in the list, you'll find your Sonarr container is connected. You only need to do that step once. Let's go back to our server real quick. We'll go back to TSDProxy, open it up, go back to the web UI again. And now you see in the front here, Nginx Sonarr is now running. Now we're going to need to repeat this process for each of the Arr containers that you want to be on your Tailscale network. Once again, find the one that you want. I'm going to do Radarr this time. I'll log back in, hit connect. That one's successful. Let's go do the last one. Go back into our proxy again. I'm going to do Lidarr now. I'll click onto Nginx Lidarr. Once again, go log in, hit connect. We'll go back to our TSDProxy again, just to make sure they're all running. And yes, they are. Nginx Sonarr is running, Radarr is running, and Lidarr is running. Once you've approved all of them, you'll see the green status indicators showing that they're all connected. Now let's go test access and make sure we can get in. Even better, if you have another laptop or a phone that's also logged into Tailscale, use that device. Now we'll go back to our TSDProxy. Now looking at the dashboard here, we'll find each container is running. Find one that you'd like to open up. Let's say Radarr here. We'll click on it, and it comes right up. If you look at the URL field up here, you'll see that it's a secure site. It's got the name of the container, binhex-radar.yourtailscale network, which is great. Makes the URL nice and easy, especially if you have your Tailscale network memorized. And you'll notice here that I've got the binhex-radar in front of it. That's the name of the container that I'm using. That's why the full name is in there. That is changeable if you'd like to change that. Let me highlight my tailnet here because I don't have this memorized. Copy that. All right, let's jump back over to our Tailscale network. Here, under machines, you'll find all the machines running. Like Binhex Radarr here, let's change that one. Over on the right-hand side, if you click on the three dots, you can drop down and do edit machine name. We'll disable auto-generate from OS hostname. Then under machine name, I'm going to drop off the binhex dash and just leave it at Radarr. Hit update name, give it a moment, and you'll see it shows up down below here. Now, let's go see if it works. Let's go back over to the Radarr container. Just going to get rid of everything out of here. Type in Radarr dot, paste in my Tailscale network, and I've got an extra dot here, so let me get rid of that, just like that. Now we hit enter. There we go, came up. So now that you got it working, let's talk about a couple quick tips specifically for the Arr stack. One, make sure TDSProxy and your Arr apps use the same Docker network. It's very important. If you run your Arr apps in a custom network like ProxyNet or Alien Proxy or whatever your network is named, then TSDProxy needs to be on that exact same network. Next, you've got Sonarr and Radarr redirect rules. If you use a base URL, like whatever your URL is /Sonarr, you're going to need to disable that. TSDProxy expects root URLs. 3. TSDProxy works only on the network you set. If you need to run it on other networks for other Docker containers, just install a second instance. All right, so as a recap, here's what we did today. We installed TSDProxy. We installed Label Manager to make configuration a lot easier. We enabled TSDProxy for Sonarr, Radarr, Lidarr, and a few other ones. We logged each app into Tailscale. Then we verified remote secure access. So now, your entire R stack is available anywhere you have Tailscale, without exposing anything to the open internet. If you want me to cover Unraid's built-in Tailscale setup, or TSDProxy with media servers, let me know down in the comments. Also, if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to support the channel directly, consider becoming a Patreon. Patreon members get early access to my videos, and they are ad and sponsor free. The link is down in the description. Until then, check out one of these next. And I'll see you in that one.